morning, everybody out there in Wildcat Nation. Here we are.
Happy Hannakkuh.
Happy Hannukah. It is Happy Hannukah.
Is it?
Yes, today is actually the first day of Hanukkah. So
when does it go to?
I don't know, but I did get word that today is in fact the first day of Hanukkah. So finally, you're topical with your Happy Hanukkah here.
Got him.
We moved our set a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, to a different corner of the.
To Will's house.
Yeah, no, this is not my
Will's
house. As you can see, the front door in the camera shot.
This
now,
is Will's house.
No. Not Will's house. I've done plenty of streaming from my house over here the pandemic, but we've got a little different.
You wouldn't like that on the front of your house?
No, the front would be okay because our front of our house is north facing, so it wouldn't be a problem. But east and south facing, it's kind of a difficult process.
So
So
like people being able to see in.
I wouldn't be a big fan of that either. But
I guess they could see you pointing back.
I guess that's true. They'd be able to see that. Hey, we're in Galatians today. Chapter 6, verse 2 says, "Bear one another's burdens and so fulfill the law of Christ." Well, that's good. Should help each other.
Yeah.
I think this gets taken out of context a lot, though. Because you know what it says here is bear one another's burdens, not have the government bear somebody else's burdens using somebody else's money.
Do people use this for taxes or something?
No, this is one of the verses, and there's another one in Acts that a lot of people say, see, you're supposed to be a socialist. Because they talk about, they had all things in common. But first of all, it's voluntary. They're not forcing it on anybody else. And one, again, it's among the brothers. So it's only among the Christian brotherhood where they're saying you should take care of each other. And you should do it personally. You should do it personally. So it's no virtue to steal somebody else's money and give it to somebody you think should have it. That's socialism, and that's just theft.
That sounds kind of like tax collectors.
It is this redistribution of what did you like this whole thing they did the thing they're passed like the representative. There's been two representatives that have done some crazy things recently. One was in Texas. It's tried to repeal their castle doctrine and said, hey, if somebody breaks into your home, your duty is to leave and just let them steal because they probably need it more than you do anyway. And this helps with the redistribution of wealth. Yeah.
This helps with the
redistribution of wealth because the people breaking into your house probably need your things more than you do. So you probably should just leave and let them have it, and certainly don't defend your home or defend your property. Yeah, they
daughter,
and they just need it worse than you do. Yeah, there's just a lot of thought that went into that.
I don't know how these people get elected and say those things and they come out of their own way. Are you?
Yeah, well they do. And then you got the other gal. I can't remember where she's from, but she basically called up her mighty soldiers to rise up against and find the Trump supporters and make them pay. Yeah, representative.
Find them and make them
pay. Yeah, find the Trump supporters and make them pay. Good luck with that.
Please
but she's been stripped of her committee.
And try.
She's been stripped of her committee position. From that statement.
Yeah.
Hey, our viewers today, let me throw this out there. It's 3 headlines and a lie day again.
Hey, Diane, you are upsetting me. Didn't comment nothing yesterday. And today, still, not a peep from you.
Well, we'll see if she chimes in here in a minute. Here's your 3 headlines and a lie. You've got 4. You got to choose a lie. A, new Japanese Kit Kat has been aged in whiskey barrels from Islay, Scotland.
That's true for sure.
Okay. B, former Israeli space security chief says extraterrestrials exist and Trump knows about it.
Mm-hmm.
You think that's true?
Well, I saw the headline.
Okay, you saw that headline. Okay. C, China and Nepal finally agree on Mount Everest's height after years of dispute.
Probably not.
Probably not true. And D, Russian scientists misplace invisible dark matter particle. Frankly, we're embarrassed. So those are your 4 headlines, A, B, C, and D. Post in our comments and let us know which one you think is the lie. There you go. Did you hear? Facebook is now facing 2 lawsuits, an antitrust lawsuit, and then a bunch of states have sued them as well. And it's over their acquisition of Instagram in 2012 and WhatsApp in 2014, and they're saying that even though those were approved by the Department of Justice when they happened, they're now, in retrospect, looking at the internal documents and some things and decided that they did that through a anti-competitive manner with the purpose of squashing competition, and so they may be forced to divest their ownership of Instagram and WhatsApp.
Squash any Instagram.
Well, but now they control it, though. That's the thing. Facebook controls it. And also,
what's wrong with buying a company just to get rid of it and get rid of the competition?
well, it's against we have anti-monopoly provisions because we
they're
believe in
not
capitalism, which we believe in competition. Well, it's a dicey thing, you know. I mean, it's why the phone company got broken up decades before you were born.
Bell.
Yeah, and all the baby bells. Same thing. It was a monopoly.
What's that? Not AOL. SBCglobal.net. Figured out what that was the other day.
Yeah, Southwestern Bell.
Really old email.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this? I see it a lot. She's like, oh, I got my email in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, I wasn't born.
Southwestern Bell.
I said, good for her because she's kept it this long.
SBCglobal.net.
What do you log into? You can log into anything probably.
Well, you just go to that. Yeah, it's like any other email these days.
You can go to Gmail and just choose that.
You can't go to. I guess Gmail does let you load other email address accounts now, but I am still old enough school. I always use a client to download my email.
What?
So I have like a program. I have mail on my computer that I hook all of them into, and so I use that to download my email. Yeah, that's how I do that. So they're getting sued, and then what was the other one? Oh, the other complaint was that they tried to buy Snapchat in 2013 and it failed, and so they just like integrated a bunch of Snapchat features, copied them into Facebook, and so they're alleging that's anti-competitive as well.
I wonder what year did you say they did that?
2013 was when they tried to buy Snapchat.
When did they buy Instagram? 2017?
2012.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
And then 2014 was when they bought WhatsApp.
Maybe
that was 2017. They bought WhatsApp. 2014 is when they bought Instagram. I don't know. I read all this morning. It's kind of
Instagram has a bunch of Snapchat like features also.
Yeah.
I'm getting upset when I go to Facebook Messenger and it pops up like, hey, link your Instagram and Facebook account. No, they're not the same thing. They're different uses. I don't want my name on Facebook is Keaton Garrett, because that's what people know me by. But then on Instagram it's Keaton J. Garrett. So I like my middle initial, but if I put that on my Facebook, it'll be harder to find me on there.
Okay.
So I want them separate.
Very good.
And they keep asking. There's no like, I don't want to see this.
I'll tell you what. I've been real reluctant to call this out because I have a lot of friends, several friends that do this, but it drives me crazy, the joint Facebook accounts.
The like married couple.
Yeah, because that's not the way it's supposed to work. It's a misuse of the other thing that drives me crazy is when people create a profile for their business instead of a page.
Business page, yeah.
You should make a business page. I don't want to get a friend request from your business.
Yeah, no.
You can.
That does bother me because I'm like,
you're doing it
be a little bit more professional.
Yeah, you're just doing it wrong. It just shows you don't know how to use a platform, and it's unprofessional. So I don't like it when that happens. So if you have a business, make a personal page. Use your personal page to create your business, and ask me to like your business.
You know what I also like to say?
What would you like to say?
Business is done. Which camera am I looking at?
It's that one right there.
That one right there.
The main one.
Business is done through email, okay? We don't live in the 70s and 80s and stuff anymore. So if you want to reply from me, please send an email. I had a lady get mad at me yesterday because she left me a voicemail yesterday, and I had not gotten back to her. I'm like, well, I mean, I have school, a job, and I was busy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If you send me an email, I will reply that day very quickly, no matter what. Yeah, it takes so much little effort.
Yeah, email's the best way to get me.
Yeah.
And I don't mind a text.
I don't really.
But a text is for telling me something that I don't have to respond. That I don't have to deal with.
It's just like a hey.
Yeah.
Not like a hey, attach this document.
Yeah. If it's hey, this like I need you to do this. Don't send me a text. Send me an email. Because the email is going to stay in my inbox, and I won't delete it until I get the task completed.
I won't even open it. Like I'll read it, mark it as unread again.
Yeah.
Same thing if I'm with somebody at work, but I need to do something for my company, and they're like, hey, can you send me an email right now?
Send me an email.
And it'll get done. Yeah. Tell me it's not going to happen.
Tell me and it's never going to happen because I will have forgotten it in the next 30 seconds. Yeah. I actually had I'm going to be very vague about this, but I actually had a place within the last month or 2 tell me that I needed to fax something in. And I don't mind faxing. I don't mind doing that. 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 I don't mind do And I'm like,
I don't have any means of doing that.
I do, but it is like I have to scan it and then email it to a fax service to have it faxed.
Yeah.
And this is what was crazy. They emailed me to ask me to fax them something. Can't I just reply to your email with the scan as an attachment? No, we don't do it that way. You have to fax it in.
I have to.
And I'm without words. That fax is the only way you can do business in 2020.
The fax machine in my parents' business when I was little was something that I played with.
Yeah.
Nobody used it. I was just like, had a cell phone or a phone on it, on the button. It didn't get used as a dinosaur.
I've been practicing law for over 20 years, so we used fax machines a lot. It was very convenient. It was a great way to do things. When we didn't have a better way. Well, we got a better way. I mean, I can scan something with my phone into a PDF and send it, and boom, we're done.
I also get a little frustrated when I can't pay things online, like an invoice.
Yeah, I
They
do
send me
too.
the PDF of the invoice, and they're like, hey, call us or send us a check. I'm like, hey, how about you get any one of the e-commerce sites that are like basically free?
Well, especially if they email it to you out of QuickBooks, because all you got to do is turn on QuickBooks payments and boom, you're paid. It bothers me when I have to pay something. I have to mail.
Like, can I pay this electronically? And they're like, what?
Mail a check. I mean, it's like a struggle. You gotta find an envelope.
You should be writing a check. It's an ordeal.
It is an ordeal. Yeah. And the worst thing though is finding a stamp. It's like I have to find a stamp.
I bought so many rolls of stamps. I have no idea where any of them are.
Yeah. But at least now you can buy the forever stamps though.
Yeah.
That they don't run out of.
I don't buy stamps at the post office if there's not flags though.
Yeah.
I will look through them. I'm like, oh, that Christmas one is nice. Like, oh, this one or that one. There was one of George Washington on whatever frozen river, on his little boat thing and stuff. Yeah. I was like, oh, that's good. But I was like, I want the flag.
Yeah.
And they were out of flag. And I was like, what country are we in again?
Yep. That's right. So this was kind of interesting. You can now watch a crowdsourced version of the 2007 Disney animated musical Ratatouille.
The crowdsourced?
Crowdsourced. So I'm not entirely sure how this
is. It's not official.
It's not official, but on TikTok, they would film different pieces of the movie on TikTok, and somebody has stitched them all together to make it into one movie, and you can watch it that way. I don't know if that would be interesting.
Are they
or
in
not.
costumes?
I have no idea. I've not watched it. I just saw the blip. That
I don't talk TikTok.
I don't either.
I don't do
TikTok
that
either. I looked at it and I just thought it was dumb.
Yeah.
And I guess it's very popular though.
I don't prescribe to a lot of things people my age do.
Yeah, I'm aware.
I have.
At least you've seen Tombstone.
Yeah, Tombstone is a great movie.
Well played.
I said something to Brent last night, or maybe the day before, describing who was in the Thunderbirds movie. Have you seen the Thunderbirds movie? It's Bill Paxton.
Okay.
And I said, not the main guy and not the old brother, but the young brother. And he is like, oh, Bill Paxton. Yes.
Yeah, Bill Paxton.
Yeah, he was in it.
So we talked about Hannakkuh, but is it Hannakkuh or Chanuka or Hannakkuh? How do you spell Hannakkuh?
Hanukkaah.
Okay, that's a very popular spelling of it. But
What do you mean it's a popular
No,
spelling?
because it's translated from Hebrew.
Gray or Greg.
And so the actual icon is a CH.
I think my pastor does a little on the front
Yeah.
or something.
Okay. But so a lot of people spell it CHA, and then there's a debate over whether or not there should be two N's or there should be an H on the end of it or not. But apparently nobody really cares. But you have come out with the most popular spelling of Hannakkuh.
The American spelling.
I guess that's what it is. Okay, 3 headlines and a lie. We got no guesses on this one this morning.
Hey, Diane, wake up.
New Japanese Kit Kat, not TikTok. Kit Kat has been aged in whiskey barrels from Islay, Scotland. You say
I think that's true.
You say true. You already said
there's a bunch of crazy Asian Kit Kats.
There really are. Yeah, there really are.
Like you see them, there's like a billion of them. So why can't that one be true?
Yeah, green tea is one really popular over there. Yeah. You already said that you saw a former Israeli space security chief says extraterrestrial trip exists and Trump knows about it. I saw that one too. So yeah, we know that one's true.
Kick that one out.
Yeah. China and Nepal finally agree on Mount Everest height after years of dispute. So it's down to one of these two is a lie, according to you. Russian scientists misplaced invisible dark matter.
See, so, Nepal and China don't get well too hot.
They don't get along too hot at all.
And so I just don't see them coming together and be like, yeah, it's 427 foot tall, because that's a good number.
27,721, I think, is closer to natural height.
I just don't see them as that's a priority.
So you think that's the fake?
But then also,
the Russian scientists misplaced invisible dark matter.
There is such a thing as dark matter.
Well, so they say.
I don't know if it's invisible or not.
I don't know either.
But I don't know if these scientists would misplace it.
Okay.
Would this not be a box inside of a box inside of a box with
a magnetic bubble?
Yeah.
So what's your call? C or D?
I think it's the C.
You think C is fake?
Mm-hmm.
It's D.
Well.
Yeah. But you got to narrow down.
Yeah.
They made up the one about the Russian scientists. So Nepal and China have finally agreed on Everest height. I don't know what it is. Let's see if the story will tell me.
We misplaced.
Oh, it's CNN. So I don't know if I can. Now I think it maybe is a fake headline just because
we misplaced a bunch of votes this year.
29,032 feet.
29,032
feet.
But surely
it's a meter less than the previously recognized height.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I'm sure little chunks break off or weathering.
People taking rocks home, souvenirs,
Have you seen the graveyard of oxygen tanks up there?
I've heard about it.
On the last, I don't know if they would call it the last base camp, but the last area that they would camp or something before they summit, it is just littered with them.
Yeah.
And so they say, you can go over to one and you plug it in or whatever, and this one still is half full, or all that kind of is kind of funny, but it is it looks like a landfill of oxygen tanks.
Wow.
And it's kind of sad
it is kind of
to see that, because you're this is something that extremely few people have ever done or attempted, and an extremely untouched area of the world, location, and still we have just completely littered it.
Yeah. I guess you don't want to take them down, or...
Well, I think they send a helicopter up every so often, and they do try to collect a lot of them, but it's just covered.
Yeah.
Because you can pay a helicopter fuel to go up there and collect a bunch of
See, I might take a helicopter ride to top Mount Everest, but I wouldn't climb it.
I would really, really, really love to attempt to climb it. My brother and I would like to, but I don't know if I'd ever have enough money to.
Yeah.
Because it's a large time investment and money investment.
And you could die.
I have a lot of ear problems.
And you could die.
Yeah. And so the pressure gives me a lot of problems on planes, and I'm going
higher. Yeah.
But I would love to do that.
Yep.
Skydiving's great. Why not just jump off of it? With a squirrel suit or something?
Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't sound like
Has anyone attempted anything like that?
I have no idea.
We should do it.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Next time we go to China.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll make it back to China.
Oh, come on.
I'd like to.
Yeah.
I love going to China. It's a lot of fun over there. Neat place. But I don't know. It's not looking like a trip is likely anytime soon.
Well, they eradicated COVID over there.
Yeah, but shenanigans are going on, so it's a problem. We back tomorrow?
They got a big wall. So
do this again tomorrow? I've been to the big wall 4 times.
Is it bigger than our wall down by Mexico?
Oh yeah. And I'll be honest, I'm kind of over it going to the wall. Ever since the first time I've gone just to take other people. Mm-hmm. But for me,
yeah,
I've seen it.
You've seen it.
I've seen it.
Yeah,
it's a big wall.
Here's
what people don't understand. It's a workout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that wall is it's.
I'd love to run on there.
Up and down, yeah. Lots of stairs, and they're uneven and unequal height, and it's a workout. And I'm not in horrible shape.
When was it built? Do you know?
Well, it was built in many sections over a course of a couple hundred years.
You know, what century?
I don't remember. I used to know. I don't remember.
So I'm wondering if it was all handmade.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Now they're restoring it.
Yeah.
So so you go there. There's power tools and stuff where they're restoring pieces of it.
I'm wondering were those stones uneven then, or had they just fallen into how they are now?
Well,
If it was
everywhere
handmade,
you go now is restored.
Oh, okay.
So they're all.
And they're of course not going to fix it.
They're just
restoring
it somewhat the way it was.
You know what I really didn't enjoy actually, and I hope my mom doesn't get mad about this. The Coliseum kind of let me down a little bit.
Small?
No, they had reconstructed a large portion of the outer ring, but they didn't do it with like the same material.
Oh, really?
They did it with like red brick, basically.
Oh, yeah.
This outer ring, and then the Coliseum's in, and I was just like, it was an eyesore. They were restoring pieces of it, and I think that they used like cement or something. So, and they do that on purpose so you can see what is what. But the brick, I was like, what?
Should be marble.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, even if you don't want to use like the cement or something to change the color,
yeah.
But like the brick,
it should look right.
Yeah, it's very much just like kind of polarizing to see that. And I'm kind of torn between if we should rebuild stuff or not. Some of that.
Well, you want to keep it also.
Yeah,
and preserve it.
The Acropolis, which is in Athens and overlooks everything, there's a big push to rebuild the whole thing in the cement marble, kind of mixture, and have the original stuff like it is. But that thing is destroyed.
Yeah.
So if they do that, it's a completely new building. It's and on one hand you want to see what it looked like, but on the other, like, it's history.
Yeah.
I don't really want to come, and I think it's neat to see that it has survived this long and kind of imagine what it would have been like rather than like walking through a rebuilt version of it, But the Coliseum was kind of polarizing because of that section. I was like, I don't know why we would have used brick.
So tomorrow's Friday.
Yes.
We're going to be back?
Sure.
Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.
Talk more about the upset.